The thing about depression is that sometimes it feels like it takes me over. It starts by nibbling at me, a small thought, something like, I don't feel like getting up. What's the point anyways? And then the feeling sinks its teeth in, and I think about all the things I could do if I was good enough. As if this weren't enough, depression starts consuming me as my mind wanders, thinking how happy I used to be, wondering how I used to do that, or if it was even real happiness. And sometimes this goes on for weeks. Mudded, blurry weeks of me bathing in my own self-hatred. Maybe if I wasn't bipolar. Maybe if I ate more. Maybe if life wasn't so gray. Maybe if I wasn't useless. The thoughts of everything I could be start spinning around my head, and they begin to loop again and again. The loud ones always being the loudest. Maybe everyone would be better off without me. Maybe if I wasn't a burden. Maybe I'm better off dead. The reasoning piles on. So many mistakes I've made. All the people I've hurt in the past. Every single regret I have. And they break me down into a numb, helpless mess. They make it seem like everything good that's ever happened means nothing in comparison to all the bad that has gone down. And I feel broken. Because sure, not every blurred day is a bad one, but that doesn't make it a good one either. When people notice my depression and call it out, it's like I choke. Words that I can't even get them out. But once I was told writing was my gift, so I started writing everything out, drawing it all. But that only made me realize that there was more in my head than I'd thought before. Some of it I couldn't even bear to write, and it made me feel alone, not being able to express my depression with words. Because how could I ever get help if nobody knows, and I can't help myself? That leaves me with no option. Good thing I have a gift, right? I've had depression for almost a decade. Sometimes it's bad, some days it's manageable, and some days it's nothing. But I think that's just because of mania. I'll always exit this phase of thinking, even if some days it consumes me. It may seem silly to some that I get these thoughts, but I do, and they make everything else feel impossible, because I know that in the end, I'll just die anyways. So it makes me feel like, what's the point of half I'm doing now? It's not even gonna really matter. But a part of me believes, no matter how good someone's life is, ending it on their terms has crossed their mind. I'm not saying everyone is depressed or even suicidal, but I'm saying I think at one point or another, we all feel like things would be better off if we weren't around. And yeah, suicide is one of the easiest ways to ensure that. But for people with depression, those thoughts become a home inside of our head. They pester us for hours, make it hard to sleep, and they can drive wedges between us, the goals we want, and the people we love. It's not as if our goals stop because you go, hey, I'm feeling really depressed right now. You still have to work hard for them, even if your mind is tormenting you. And our loved ones don't know what to do about it either. It gets them frustrated because they see your head torture you. And sometimes that torture can turn into a physical way onto yourself. And then that hurts them too. But if they know that you're dealing with this, then that's the first step. So yeah, I'm depressed, but I fight, just like I have been for the last 8 years. Just like every other depressed person. Maybe I'll always feel this dull, but I won't really know unless I fight.